Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryandam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Apyayantu Mamangani Vak Pranaschakshuhu Shrotramatho Balamindriyani Cha Sarvani Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam Maham Brahma Nirakuryam Mama Brahma Nirakaroda Nirakaranamastua Nirakaranam Mestu Tadatmani Nirateya Upanishatsu Dharmaha Te Mayi Santo Te Mayi Santo Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. In our last satsanga, we had seen the third mantra of the first khanda in the Kenopanishad. There it was said, na tatra chakshur gachati, na vag gachati, no mano, na vitmo, na vijanimo, yathaita tanushishyat. We are not going again to the detailed exposition of that mantra because we had seen in detail earlier. But the meaning is our instruments with which we are cognizing the world, we are getting experiences, we are having knowledge, they won't work there. Neither senses of cognition nor organs of action can enter there. And also the mind, the buddhi, the intellect, they also cannot realize that. Then the shishya, the disciple, or the inquirer had only one hope. And it was the Guru will teach me. Guru will teach me. Then Guru opened his heart. Na vijanimo yathaitad anushishyat. We do not know how to teach this. Because it is above the realm of words or speech. We do not know how to teach. But this much we know that that reality which you are inquiring is above what is known and what is unknown. It is different from what is known and what is unknown. If something is not known, then it is unknown. Or if something is not unknown, it is known. But here, the Acharya denies both. It is neither known nor the unknown. It means there is only one entity, there is only one reality which is neither known nor unknown. And that is the knower. That is the knower. So the ultimate reality which you are inquiring is nothing different from your own self. You are the knower. And the Atman, which is the knower, is that absolute reality. This is the teaching we got from the third mantra. And there was one more important aspect, or the greatest speciality of Sanatana Dharma, that is knowledge, is not something I am making and teaching you. No. An incessant tradition of acharyas, the beginning of which we cannot specifically say, but we attribute that to Ishvara himself. That tradition, that lineage of acharyas, they only taught this. This was specifically mentioned in the third mantra. Now we are going to the fourth mantra. From fourth to the last of this khanda, all the mantras are reiterating what has been said in the third mantra. Nothing new. Just to reinforce in the buddhi of disciple, Guru is repeating. Let us go to the fourth mantra. Yat vacha anabhyudidam yena vagabhyudyate tadeva brahmatvam vidhi nedam yadidam upasate. Yad vacha anabhyudidam yena vagabhyudyate tadeva brahmatvam vidhi nedam yadidam upasate. Yad vacha anabhyudidam, yad, that which, when we say tad, the meaning is that. When we say yad, the meaning is that which. That which is anabhyudidam, unexpressed. Anabhyudidam, unexpressed. Vacha, by words or by speech. So that which is not expressed by words or speech, what is that? Yena vag abhyudyate. Yena, by which, vag, speech, abhyudyate, is expressed. Tadeva brahmatvam vidhi. That alone is Brahman. Tadeva brahmatvam vidhi. Tvam vidhi. You understand. The Shabda vidhi, when we use vidhi, it means you understand. It is specifically addressed to the shishya, to the student. Vidhi, you understand. Not that all can understand or everybody will understand. No, you understand. It is for your understanding I am teaching you. And you ask the question or doubt to understand, not for time passing or anything else. Because this is a part of Upanishad, and Upanishad is a pramana. Pramana is valid means of knowledge. Valid means of knowledge. So in the discussion which happens in a valid means of knowledge, whatever is being asked is for knowing, not for anything else. So what Shishya asks is for knowing. And therefore, Guru says, Tvam vidhi, you understand. What should you understand? Tadeva brahmatvam vidhi. Tadeva brahma. That Brahman, that alone is Brahman. Iti vidhi. You understand. There is another meaning which we can read from lines in between. See, when we say vidhi, that itself means tvam vidhi. You understand. Because it is the Madhyama Purusha. The only possible meaning of vidhi is you understand. So even if there is no the Shabda Tvam, Tvam Shabda is not there, even then the meaning is you understand. In that case, we can take that Tvam Shabda from there and add to Tvam Brahma. Tad Brahma Tvam iti vidhi. That Brahman is you. You are that Brahman. Iti vidhi. You understand. So this is the another meaning. So there are two meanings. One, what is that which is not expressed by speech or through words, and what is or by which words are being expressed. That alone is Brahman. You understand this? Or that Brahman is you. You are that Brahman. This you understand. Nedam yadidam upasate. Nedam yadidam upasate. Yad idam iti upasate. Now, what is being worshipped by people as this? It is not Brahman. What is being worshipped is not Brahman. So, in this mantra, that is in the second part of the mantra, we can see one affirmation and one negation. What is being affirmed is you are that Brahman, or that is Brahman, which cannot be expressed, through words, and words are being expressed by which. That is Brahman. That alone is Brahman. That is the affirmation. And that Brahman is you yourself. You are that Brahman. And what is being negated? What is worshipped by people is not Brahman. Actually, there is nothing which is not Brahman. Sarvam khalu idam Brahma. Sarvam khalu idam Brahma. Verily, everything, all the manifestations, all phenomena are nothing but Brahman. If something is existing, when we say this exists, this world exists, I am existing, you are existing, sun is existing, moon is existing, an atom is existing, whatever. If something is existing, that existence is because of absolute existence, which is Brahman. So what is there? What are there? All are one Brahman. So there is nothing which we can say this is not Brahman. Whether you are worshipping it or not, it is Brahman. But here it is that what is being worshipped by people is not Brahman. How? So there must be something which is not Brahman. If there is something which is Brahman and if there is something else which is not Brahman, then Brahman is not Purna. The first concept of Brahman is, it is Purnam. Then how it is possible? How you are negating this is not Brahman? The answer is, when we worship something or somebody, we worship making use of name and form. Without name and form, we cannot worship anything. Whichever be that. See, if we are saying I am worshipping, that which is being worshipped must have a name, it must have a form. That form can be with limbs or parts or without parts, but a form must be there. Even if it is something, the shape of which we cannot define. For example, when we worship Shiva Linga, what is the shape of that? Is it square or is it circle? Is it spherical? No, we cannot say. It is without limbs. No limbs are there, no parts are there, but still a shape is there. A form is there. A form is there. The same way name is there. So whatever you are worshipping must have a name and form. Hmm. Through name and form, we are aiming at what is above name and form. That is true. But when we worship, we consider name and form as real. And therefore, Shruti here negates that. That which is considered as real with name and form cannot be reality, the reality. Otherwise, if we are thinking this world is not Brahman, or what is being worshipped is not Brahman, we must not take it in the verbal sense, literal sense, because there is nothing which is not Brahman. Everything is Brahman. All are the manifestations of Brahman. But the meaning here is when we worship anything, we are considering it with a name and form. So, what is limited by name and form cannot be Brahman. Of course, the reality behind that is Brahman, there is no doubt. The reality behind that is Brahman, there is no doubt. But what we are considering as limited by name and form, it cannot be Brahman. In temples or in other places where we are worshipping Ishvara or worshipping Devatas, we take different names and forms of Devatas. We are worshipping Devatas. We are offering to Devatas, but not Brahman. Brahman cannot be worshipped. It is not different from who is worshipping. The worshipper and the worshipped cannot be one. Karta and karma, they cannot be one. Karta must always be different from karma. So I am worshipping myself. No. There must be an object of worship. And that object of worship we are worshipping. In temples, we are worshipping different devatas. Through different devatas of sattvic, rajasic, and tamasic qualities, we are aiming at Ishvara, who is above the sattva, rajas, and tamas. But still, when we worship, we are worshipping devatas. See? So, what is being worshipped with name and form? Or what is limited by name and form? It cannot be Brahman. So, nedam yadidam upasate. We may call it Brahman. An object of worship, we can call it Brahman. There is nothing wrong in that. It is attributing greatness to that. When one is praising a king in our Sahitya, we can see one who is praising will say, you are all powerful, you are omnipotent, you are omniscient, etc., etc. Regarding a king, a human being, a limited personality. When we praise, we will say all sorts of things. In the same way, we can say what is being worshipped by me is Brahman. In Kerala, in Ochira, Parabrahma temple, we say we are worshipping Parabrahma. Huh. And there are many temples all over the world where the worshipper will say, I am worshipping at Brahmasthana. Brahmasthana. There is nothing wrong in that because we are attributing greatness. But what is actual? What is the actuality? When we are limiting an object with name and form, it cannot be Brahman because Brahman is above all limitations of names and forms. The other is when we say, Vayo, Tvameva Brahma, Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi. Or when we praise Agni, we will say, oh fire, oh Agni, you are Pratyaksham Brahmasi, you are Brahman. When we praise Ganesha or Vishnu or Shiva, we will say, you are Brahman. It is attributing all greatness to what is being worshipped. See, when a mother carries a child and when she tries to make fun of, make that child happy, when she cares that child, she may say in Malayalam, Ponnu mone like that. She never means that that is a matter of piece of gold. No. This much kilogram of gold. No. But she is calling that boy or girl by the name which she considers great. In her thought, gold is something great. If she know platinum is more valuable than gold, then she or he will call, oh, my platinum son, instead of a gold son. Because platinum is more valuable than gold. But she is not, she does not know what platinum is. In her daily life, she is seeing gold. Not that I will pledge you in some bank and get some loan. No. Normally, we do that. We pledge gold for getting some loan. This mother never means that. The only meaning is she is attributing all greatness to her son or daughter. In the same way, when we praise somebody, when we worship somebody, we will attribute all greatness to that. Then we will say, oh Ganesha, you are Brahman, oh Vishnu, you are Brahman, oh Vayu, you are Brahman. But if there is limitation of name and form, it cannot be Brahman. And therefore Shruti says, Nedam yadidam upasate. Brahman is not that which is being worshipped. It is above that. And what is Brahman? Then the first part, that is the affirming part, is that that which is not expressed through words or by speech, and by which words are expressed. What is that? To express something through our words, it must have either name or form or some quality or some activity or some relation to something else. Then we can speak about that. That thing which is above that building, or that fellow who is walking, or that white object or black object, like that. We can speak. But where there is no such qualities, how words can express? And therefore Shruti says, Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha. From where all our words are retracing back. Not able to enter that. Not able to enter that. So words along with the mind tries to explain what Brahman is, but they cannot enter. They cannot enter. See? So, yad vacha anabhyudidam, that which is not expressed through words or by speech, and by which words are being expressed. That reality, it is Brahman. That alone is Brahman. Or you are that. What is my real nature? I cannot express through words. But at the same time, because of me, my speech is working, it is functioning. Without me, my speech cannot function. The body will be like this, no change at all, no disintegration came. But still, if I am not present, then words will not come out. So I am that. And that me is Brahman. Tvam Brahma. Tadeva Brahma Tvam. Iti Vidhi. You understand. So this is this fourth mantra. All the succeeding mantras in this khanda are more or less the same. Instead of speech, something else will be there. For example, the fifth mantra is Yan manasana manude yenahur mano matam tadeva brahmatvam vidhi nedam yadidam upasate. Yan manasana manute yenahur mano matam tadeva brahmatvam vidhi nedam yadidam upasate. Yan manasana manute, that which is not comprehended by the mind. That which cannot be comprehended by the mind, and by which the mind is comprehended. What is that? To think about something, that something must have qualities, name, form, any relation with something else. Or some qualities, or some activities. Just like in the case of speech, if these are there, then the mind can think about that. But that which is devoid of all these qualities, how mind can go there? No, the mind cannot enter that. So, yen manasana manute, enahur manomatam, by which mind is said to be comprehended. I say my mind. My mind is working. My mind is working. How it is working? It's only an instrument. It's only an instrument. For the mind to work, I must be there. I must be there giving that energy, that power to the mind. Then only the mind will work. Otherwise, it won't work. Any instrument, whatever be that, will work only if somebody or something different from that instrument make it work. Only then it will work. Otherwise, the instrument will not by itself. There must be a propelling power, force behind. So how mind is working? I am making the mind work. It is me. Because of me, the mind is working. And mind cannot comprehend my real nature. What is my real Swarupa? The mind cannot comprehend. When we say, by studying Upanishad, I understood what Atman is. See, it's a foolish statement. Because there we are objectifying the mind, the self, which cannot be objectified. The self is not object. Atman is not an object. But when we say, I understand Atma, I cognize Atma, then I am objectifying it. It is the most foolish thing. So it is something above the known and different from what is unknown. It is the knower. It is the knower. So mind cannot objectify that. And because of that, the mind is functioning. Yan manasana manute, yenahur manomatam, tadeva brahmatvam vidhi, that alone is Brahman. You understand this? Or that Brahman is you. You are that Brahman. You understand this. And Brahman is not something which is being worshipped. Because when we are worshipping, we will attribute or we must attribute name and form. And what is limited by name and form cannot be that. So this is the same repetition. It happens. When we study Vedanta, we will see the same truth is repeated again and again in the same words. Rishi is not ready to change the word. Why? Just to reinforce by reiterating what has been said. More than flowery words. Guru's concern is only one thing. He can use many flowery words. As he is expert in the usage of language, he can do all verbal gymnastics. But in the Upanishads, the teaching is most direct. Because it is coming from the heart and it must enter into the heart. For that, the language must be direct. Without any doubt. And to reinforce the same force, same fact, Guru is using the same vocabulary again and again. So, nedam yadidam upasate. Brahman is not that which is being worshipped by name and form. See, these are the fourth and fifth mantras. Actually, today we were to start the satsanga at 8:30 Indian Standard Time. But I was attending a program, and on the way back, it took much time, and just now only reached in the ashram. So that is why this delay happened. You must not take it as Indian Standard Time. Our timing must be, we must be very punctual in our studies, but sometimes it happens. So if you want to ask anything, you can ask. See, simply one side talk, it won't do. A discussion must be there. Only through discussions, question answers, we can go deeper and deeper into Shastras. So whatever doubt you have or question you have, feel free to ask.
I think Kamalaji has a question.
Yeah.
Kamalaji, please unmute.
Swamiji.
Namaste, namaste.
Yeah, Swamiji, what about the Aham Kriti Upasana? Then, and Aham Upasana, that Taittiriya Upanishad, it says, no, there's an Upasana.
See, Aham Upasana is there.
Yeah.
But we have to find out what this Aham is. So in the first stage, I am taking this as myself. Then Taittiriya Upanishad, what it is doing? It is teaching us what Annamaya Kosha is. And Upanishad clearly teaches us the Annamaya Kosha is not you. It is an instrument. It is a medium through which you are expressing yourself. So negate that. Then in the second stage, again to the next sheath it goes and analyzes what pranamaya kosha is and negate that. So now two koshas are negated. Kosha is just a covering. Then again, Upanishad goes on further discerning what our Swarupa is. Then Upanishad will negate Manomaya Kosha, the mind. No, this is not you. This also is an instrument which you are using. This is not you. You are the seer of this, the mind, my mind. Then again the Shruti goes on discerning and it will negate the Vijnanamaya question, the intellect. That also is my buddhi, not me. Not me buddhi, my buddhi. Then who am I? Again Shruti takes us still to the innermost corners. So now Annamaya Kosha is gross body is denied, then the subtle body is denied, then the causal body, that also is denied. It is Anandamaya Kosha, not the Anandamaya. Anandamaya is not negated because Anandamaya is Brahman itself, but Anandamaya Kosha is negated. So after negating all these five koshas, Upanishad point out what your real nature is. It is above all these five koshas. So it is not the aham which was conceived by me earlier. Because in the first step, I considered myself as this body, mind, intellect complex. When I say I am Swami Chidananda Puri, I am taking this body as myself because name is given to this body, not to me. Then contemplating on the self, discerning the real nature, removing one after another all the sheaths which are covering me, then I am reaching me. I am reaching at me. See, this is a long travel, long journey from me to me. Ahamapetakam nija vibhanakam mahadidam tapaha. Ahamapetakam. It is negating aham, the me. And it is shining the real me. That is the greatest quest. So that is the aham upasana, not that I am worshipping this body. No. So negating one after another all the instruments or sheaths which are covering me, Upanishad asks us to worship ourselves. Annamayam atmanam anusankramati. Like that, one after another, we are diving deep into our own individuality and removes these sheaths, these koshas. And we are finding out our own real self. That is the way. That is explained in the Taittiriya Upanishad. Yes, very good. Namaste.
Swamiji, this is Jay Sangaran from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Hope you can hear me.
Yeah.
I have a question. Does this stanza mean Advaitam is not possible without Dvaitam? Like worship is only possible in the plane of Dvaitam. So does it really mean that through the Dvaitam only you can reach Advaitam?
See, we are living in the world. We are mixing ourselves with the many objects of the world. There is the Guru, there is the Shishya, and there is the world which is being experienced. So there is no meaning in negating all this at the first level. So at the first level, we are accepting all this. All the Dvaita, we are accepting as they are. Then we are analyzing whether these are real or unreal. And therefore, see, this darshana is called Advaita. Advaita is negating Dvaita. Sometimes many scholars will translate this Advaita as monism. No, it is not monism. Advaita is non-dualism. That is the duality we are accepting as it is, and then we are analyzing what is real. Then we will understand these dualities are unreal, and that will take us to the ultimate reality, which is Advaita. So, in the plane of Upasana, in the plane of Shastra studies, in the plane of worship, everywhere Dvaita is there. Guru and Shishya are there. The worshipper and the worshipped are there. But a seeker, when he transcends different planes of Dvaita, he will reach at the final Advaita. So we need not say only through Dvaita we can reach Advaita. No, there is no such a question as reaching. Our real Swarupa is Advaita. But to know that, to realize that, to recognize that, we have to analyze and deny what has been taken as real earlier. So this process of denying, neti, 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 this is not me, this is not me, that is there. So in the level of worship, in the level of Shastra studies, we are in the Dvaita level. There is no doubt in that. But when we dive deep into our own real Swarupa, naturally all Dvaitas will get denied. This is the answer. Namaste.
Thank you, Swamiji.
I think today we can conclude, no? Huh? We
Yes, sir.
started half an hour delayed, but I think today we can conclude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Om apyayantu mamangani vak pranaschakshuhu श्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोद निराकरणमस्तु निराकरणं मेस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः।
Namaste, Swamiji.
नमस्ते नमस्ते।
Yeah.